Patriot rush line of Mel Lunsford, Raymond Hamilton, Tony McGee, and Julius Adams sacked quarterbacks 47 times. Their strategy was simple. Shove the pass pocket way beyond its normal boundaries and push quarterbacks backward in forced retreat. Experts agree that teams are carrying the championships on the broad shoulders of their defense. In 1976, the Patriots' first draft choice was Michael Haynes, a quarterback from Arizona State. Like all number one picks, Haynes blitzed into the NFL with salvos of publicity, which hyped him into instant superstardom. Number 40 succeeded when most failed because his helmet was firmly rooted to his head, and his fast feet allowed him to outrun the ball. The second best in the AFC, and his skills as a return specialist, Haynes became Rookie of the Year, an All-Pro, and an exciting star of magnitude. In their 17-year history, no Patriot had returned a punt for a touchdown until Mike Haynes. Like all great athletes, regardless of the sport, Haynes achieved results effortlessly. Haynes ran with the wind. The run was the trademark of the Patriot offense. The line of Sam Adams, Bill Bentitis, Leon Gray, Bob McKay, John Hanna, and Tom Nettle were the road pavers. Even without a 1,000-yard rusher, they opened holes worth 2,957 yards, the fifth best mark in the history of the NFL. The yardage came off the All-Pro left side, manned by number 70, Leon Gray, and number 73, John Hanna. The crosswalk, a trading off of assignments, was a tactic that often allowed Sam Cunningham a clear route to 6 points. Following the broad beam of John Hanna, Patriot runners were safer than ships in the night. Patriots' ground game, once a thin red line, was now a finely tuned racing machine with many replaceable parts. 8 players rushed the football, and 24 times they crossed the goal line. Quarterback Steve Brody scored 12 rushing touchdowns, the most in NFL history. When the Patriots needed 6 yards or 6 points, they slipped the ball to Sam Cunningham. The threat of Cunningham off tackle or a broken rollout spread out defenses and opened up the field for number 32, Andy Johnson, a smart, versatile, pick-a-hole runner with unconquerable design. AJ gained 700 hard yards and is cut in the mold with Paul Hornung. Like Hornung, he was a former college quarterback and must understand his niche in the overall scheme of the offense. While Johnson was solid and dependable from whistle to gun all season, Don Calhoun proved a sunburst of energy in desperate times. Injury canceled Sam Cunningham and his 800 yards. So, number 44 stepped in with 700 more of his own, and a rushing average that was the highest in pro football. Formidable was the ground attack that its bully defenses controlled the clock and allowed their air arm to seize the right situation in which to pass. When Patriot receivers gave the old throw-and-go signal to Grogan, the result was 18 touchdowns. Although Patriot receivers did not catch passes in volume, the acrobatics of Randy Vataha and Darryl Stingley were needed in the clutch. Stingley's 21-yard average and 4 touchdowns led the receivers, while the good hands of Russ Francis made him an All-Pro. The New England Patriots entered the playoffs with so much accomplished, but yet so much more still to do. They combined dominating defense with aggressive offense, and for the first time in recent memory, they dictated to others what they could or could not do. In their minds, and in the hearts at Foxborough, they were number one. On December 18th, Oakland resembled one of those tough nightclubs that try out up-and-coming talent. The auditions are rough, the audience even rougher. The Patriots' 48-17 regular season victory was the only blemish on the Raiders' record. So the silver and black were a mad and angry team, bent on harassing, intimidating, and punching out the Patriots. In furious minutes, the Patriots needed dentists and doctors more than draws and screens, when Oakland left them bruised but not broken. The Patriots dug down deep into their spiritual reserves and doled out clean, hard hits, measure for measure. Where there was once hope, there was now a wellspring of confidence. They knew they could do it. So they went out and did it. Quarters, the Patriots outfought and outfought the future Super Bowl champions and led 21-10. There were no mysteries or trick plays, just the culmination of a season of hard work. Early in the fourth quarter, Oakland scored, and with 57 seconds remaining and the Patriots leading 21-17, the Raiders reached their 27. On 3rd and 18, number 71, Raymond Hamilton was called for roughing Ken Stabler. Instead of an incompleted pass and a fourth and impossible situation, Chuck Fairbanks' team was against the wall, with the Raiders at the 1. A storm of controversy clouded the scrimmage line. After winning all the battles, the New England Patriots were about to lose the war. Oakland scored with 10 seconds left on the clock. And for the New England Patriots, their dreams were finally and cruelly crushed. They had traveled so far, only to fall inches short. There is no reason to dwell on defeat after a season of accomplishment. They played their last game unlike they played their first. They had come in like a lamb and gone out alive. Their dramatic turnaround from 3-11 to 11-3 was unprecedented in league history. They will be back because they're young, well-coached, and deep. They're the New England Patriots, and they're winners.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And we'll see how much they want to push things, leading already here 10-3.
A beautiful mild day in Foxborough. Capacity crowd here at Sullivan Stadium for the matchup of the Red Hot 62 Jets and the 5-3 Patriots who come off a week of upheaval. Hi everybody, Mark Howard with John Brody. The big story here, the firing of Bob Meyer, hiring of Hall of Famer Raymond Berry. How do you feel about a guy who's been out of football 2.5 years suddenly taking over as head man?
Well, let's remember, Raymond Berry is no ordinary coach as he was no ordinary player. I'm sure he'll sit back being the bright man he is and observe for the first few weeks. And I think he's in a good position to do that because Lou Herbert and Rod Rust are excellent coordinators. So I think he'll take the tack with an 8-goal, don't fix it.
All right, 4 weeks ago at the Meadowlands, the Patriots defeated the Jets by the score of 28-21, and it was a terrific all-around day for quarterback Tony Eason.
Well, Tony Eason has played consistently well since he's been inserted into the opening lineup, and as a matter of fact, in over 150 throws, he's only thrown 1 interception. Their offense has been outstanding. Now they have a few of their key personnel back and healthy, so it's their defense that has lends the concern here in Foxborough.
And following that particular ball game, the Jets made all kinds of defensive changes for the following week. As it turned out, it turned the club around. Remember, Mark Gastineau had a tough day. Patriots contained him, did not have a sack 4 weeks ago.
Well, and that was because Lou Herbert found out how to contain him. Whenever you have a great player, one that dominates the game like number 99 does, you must put 2 and 3 players on him. They better find another way to handle the switches that the Jets have inserted in the last couple of weeks.
And last week at Giants Stadium, another standout day for this man, Mark Gastineau, as the Jets beat Kansas City 28-7 in the most convincing all-around performance, the most complete game of the season for the Jets. Raymond Berry getting set to make his NFL head coaching debut. The Patriots walk across, they will receive, and they will go from left to right from our broadcast location. So Pat Leahy getting set to kick off. The team on the kickoff for Penn State for rookie John Williams. And this is one of the weaknesses of the Oakland A's kickoff and punt return. Listen please. And he is run by Ken Floyd. The Jets special teams have been excellent throughout the year. Tony Eason is bringing his club on both seats on Tupu. Opening up at running back in the I-back formation. Eric Ramsey, Stanley Morgan, Stephen Starr, Luke Dawson. Outstanding group of receivers. And last time out, you recall Eason going to 10 different receivers against the Jets. Guy Morris replacing the injured John Hanna out of that injury. Houston at the 19-yard line. Last battle. Outside linebacker coming up to make the stop. The one rookie up front, Ron Perot, and the realigned Jet defensive unit.